go? Welcome to another edition of Finally Friday. Hopefully you are having a great Friday. It is a AAA gang yet again.
Yes.
The A-team is in the building.
In the building, making it happen.
What was the theme song to the A-team?
The A-team? Let's not get into it.
I keep thinking about
We're going to run into
MASH.
any licensing issues.
Okay.
So
Did we come up with one?
Right. I think we should come up with a theme song for us.
A AAA theme song?
Yes, we should.
I'll sing it.
I'll write the bars. but
Okay.
somebody
I'm going to
else-
rap.
I'll ghostwrite for Ashley.
My homeboy sitting to my left and my right. Wait.
That's
my
Living
right?
Single. That's a different theme song. You can't copy this. Copyright infringement is
Oh
real.
my God.
Well, we actually have a lot to get into today. We're talking Tyler Perry billboards. We're talking
Yes.
the Saweetie meal at McDonald's. We're talking NBA players renting out their Rolls Royce. But speaking of NBA, we're talking Malice at the Palace to start.
Ooh.
So, on Netflix, you can now stream the Malice at the Palace Untold documentary story, which we actually have a clip of for if you haven't checked. All right, so as you can see from that clip, initially I was like, this is propaganda, because I saw no Pistons players. So I'm like,
for real.
I'm like, this is propaganda. But after watching the documentary, well, they only talked to Ben Wallace, but I could see the angle they were coming from is the Pacers players got a bad rap or didn't get a legit rap. So
I feel like even now I don't hear much about the Indiana Pacers. I don't really watch sports like that. So
See,
are
you
they,
know,
As
you
you
don't
can
know.
tell-
Easy. This
Okay.
is-
You can probably
sports
tell.
isn't my thing, so but are they still like a pretty popular team right now?
I mean, I wouldn't say popular, but they exist. Like, they
I
don't-
wonder.
All you have to do is tell Ashley that they're a good-looking man on the team, and you'll probably watch them.
I mean,
this is true.
are they?
I mean, I wouldn't know. Like, I wouldn't know. I'm sorry.
Look,
Hello, Indiana Pacers.
Yeah.
We're only like 6 hours from them.
Well, look, I think this is a documentary that's a long time in the coming, right? Because I was in the 8th grade when this fight happened, this brawl happened. I was watching it on television in my room, and there was just like drinks and food just going all over the place. The Indiana Pacers players in a fight with the fans, but I mean, it really was a downward spiral that triggered from, the interaction with the players, but also then with the fans, and it was just a downward spiral from there. This documentary, I think, is eye-opening because you have some players who felt that they were unfairly targeted. I think it's insightful, nonetheless. I think it's just a long time coming for the documentary on Netflix.
Yeah, I appreciate all of the details because I feel like we have the full breadth of like information now.
Yeah.
Because at the time they said up until that documentary was put out, there was only one camera angle of the actual brawl, and that was broadcasted on television.
Yeah.
So if you're watching an edited video, it's hard to make judgment on players as well as fans from an edited video. And then I thought even more interesting was the NBA was harsher on the Pacers than the actual justice system was.
Yeah.
So in terms of actual legal court, none of them did jail time or had any charges.
Ain't
The
no
one that had the
charges,
most
right.
serious charge was the person who initiated the brawl and threw the bottle. He
Yeah.
got the most jail time.
Michael Ryan.
Right.
Yeah, I
And
think
he
that was his name.
He was clearly on
Clearly
the footage,
on camera, yeah.
throwing the
I
food, throwing the
think-
water.
That was the most like. The
Like if he never
pinnacle,
threw that
yeah.
bottle, we never
I
would be
think
talking about it.
anytime
Yeah.
I think about that brawl or the Malice at the Palace, I think about Ron Artest laying on the broadcaster's table with his hands behind and the headphones on, and you just see this huge purple.
Like my man was chilling,
Right.
like
He was
minding
chilling.
his business.
That ticked him
minding
off
his
right
business on the
there.
court.
And then you said too, Ellen, that at the time Ron Artest was actually practicing a
Yeah, he
coping
was seeing a therapist at the
method.
time,
Yeah.
and some of the Pistons players, well, Ben Wallace was saying it was disrespectful for him to lay on the table, but in Ron Artest's mind, he's like, let me seclude myself, let me breathe, take my breaths, take my counts, count to 10, whatever he needs to do to calm himself down.
Yeah, he literally
and then he's
was
trying
like-
to calm
he was
down,
like
literally
this,
minding
he
his
was like-
business, and here comes the bottle stuff that is shoved
Well,
at him. Like,
yeah, like a 32-ounce beer on my chest. I probably can't really meditate after that.
Not
so
at
I
all.
can see why Ron Artest was very upset. I'm glad that they're actually doing their due diligence and being able to share these players' stories and how it affected their life. Because we remember it as such a memorable event. You were at home in your bedroom. Ironically, my family had gotten together to watch that fight that night. So it was like...
they knew it was going to be a fight, so
Right,
they were
right.
like, oh,
They
it's
didn't
going
get
to be
together to watch the fight. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
They got together to watch the game
Oh,
that night. And
okay,
I
okay.
remember us all being at my dad's house in the living room, and we saw Ron Artest lay down, and we saw that drink, and everybody in the living room was like,
It was a big game.
Yeah,
It was a big game
too.
because the Pistons were defending their championship in 2004, defending their championship. The Pacers felt like with the Ron Artest edition and Steven Jackson edition, they were going to win the championship that year. The Pacers won the game. They were up like 20.
Yeah.
And so that's when the fans
It
started
was
coming
like
down.
45 seconds
I
left
know.
of the game.
Because
The
everybody
game
had left
ended
the
early
arena.
for that because
Yeah.
of that reason. I mean, it's like you don't bring the drama to the palace. You defend the palace, right?
I think if you think about it, I wonder if because they got into that brawl, if they kind of scarlet lettered the Pacers and the Pistons, because since then they really haven't been at the forefront of NBA.
I wouldn't say. Well, no, they haven't been at the forefront. To answer your question,
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say it was a scarlet letter. I would say maybe on those players for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Ron Artest, he got to redeem himself. Won a championship with Kobe.
Yep.
Steven Jackson got to redeem himself. Won a championship with the Spurs. Only person who didn't really get to redeem himself was Jermaine O'Neal. And if you watch the documentary, he talks about that elaborately. Like he says, till this day, till they tore the palace down, a piece of him still is in the palace because not only the money he lost. He wanted to win a championship for Reggie Miller, who ended up retiring that year. And it was just a lot of factors. And then him being proven innocent in federal court, even though the NBA suspended him for, I think it was like 30 to 40 games. It's a whole lot of things he had to defend his name and his honor, and he couldn't really recoup it all.
They never renewed his contract after the other half of the season?
Well, yeah, they renewed his contract, but, it's different if you're getting a contract as a champion versus getting a contract as somebody that's...
It would have been nice to see all the players who were part of that confrontation just, mend their fences and come at peace with one another at the Palace once again, at least before they tore it down. But
yeah, again, the players I think have resolved. Like the NBA is really a brotherhood for real.
Yeah.
So yeah, but as far as like resolving it with fans, that's probably not gonna happen.
Right.
But speaking of the NBA former NBA Rookie of the Year, Melo Ball is in the news.
Oh, the Ball brothers.
Ball brothers stay in the news,
They
don't they?
do. He kept them kids at the forefront of the media for
Yes.
sure.
they be balling for sure.
Okay. Yikes.
Balling for sure. I see what you did there. Well, LaMelo Ball is renting out his Rolls Royce to women who want to floss at their birthday parties. So he plays for the Charlotte Hornets. So Charlotte, not only a destination city, but pretty popular city.
Yeah.
And so when people have their birthday parties and they want to rent out his Rolls Royce, they can do so. I thought that was pretty cool.
I can see that being very smart. I like to see that. I love to see. Yes, I love to see. I know we were talking a little bit before the show about how he witnessed his dad and his brother get scammed, and then his other brother kind of did something foolish over in China, stealing some sunglasses.
Yep.
So I think Melo's approach to everything is like, listen, I didn't see y'all clowns screw up. I'm not going to do this. Let me see if I can figure out a way to bring in some money that's still fun and it's not too taxing and it's nothing really. Like, there's not, you kind of like no harm, no foul. Like, if somebody crashes it, I'm sure he's got insurance.
Yeah.
So it's like not the end of the world. It's not a complete loss. And he gets to make some extra cash. I
Who
love
knew
it.
that I can go to a graduation, to a wedding, to a special event and pull up and I'm in a Rolls Royce balling?
Did you have to cross your legs for that?
That's how you gonna pull up. You gonna pull up like that in Rolls Royce. Don't mind the steering wheel. Don't mind the steering wheel.
Don't mind that I'm 6'4" in this
Right.
Rolls Royce, but I like it. It's a good business decision. I mean, you're gonna make some money. He's literally going to ball because who doesn't want to show up looking stylish and like that? I mean,
So what is it on? Is it on like Toro or Enterprise?
I don't know
How
if
do
you have to
get
contact
it?
him directly or contact the Hornets directly. I just know it's something people in Charlotte can do.
So then what does he drive?
I'm sure.
Pretty sure he has more than one car.
He's
Like,
living.
yeah.
He's living
Interested in
a
knowing.
rookie NBA contract where he's expected to make $35 million over the next 4 years. I'm sure he has more than a couple of vehicles.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure. I think that's very smart. I love that it's quirky too.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, oh, that's interesting. I would have never thought that because I'm sure so many people want to rent it just because it's his.
Yeah, it's a novelty thing too. Like it's not just a Rolls Royce, it's Melo's Rolls Royce.
So I could definitely see that.
Yeah,
I wonder
so
what it smells like.
smells like? That was your first thought.
Why
What does it
is that
smell
the
like?
thought?
What do you think it smells like?
Well, I'm sure maybe there's. I don't know where we're going
I'm
with
gonna
that,
go
but
I'm going for
Because-
black ice. It's giving
Yes.
me.
Okay,
It's
black
giving me
ice.
black ice vibes. It's giving me black ice, a little bit of like, I don't know why I'm thinking about Kate Cunningham and some buffs, but like that's the vibe it's giving me. Like a very kind of smoked out black. I don't know what the Rolls Royce looks like.
It looks nice. It
Is
looks
it
very.
black?
It's a Rolls Royce Cullinan. That's the correct term.
Oh, okay.
That's what it's
I
called.
wonder, does it
But yeah,
have
it's like
any-
black out, shiny, a little silver here and
Yeah,
there.
that's
What you
what
expect
it
from a Melo Ball vehicle? Like,
Yeah.
that's
Probably
what it
like
is.
every time I think about a Rolls Royce or the vibe of a Rolls Royce, I always get that image of like Rick Ross with like a cigar, like how he'd be in the backseat.
Oh yeah, it screams luxury.
I'm
It
thinking
screams
about-
luxury
yeah,
for
I'm
sure.
always
feel
thinking
like
about
that.
how something looks or how it smells. So like,
Yeah.
get in it. I'm trying to think like, okay, like, is there any like special type of gadgets in the vehicle that brings
Maybe
out?
we should ask Hiram, can we rent out Melo's?
Melo.
Hiram, can we rent out Melo's
No,
Rolls Royce?
that's not gonna
We want
fly.
to try it on the segment on Finally Friday.
Maybe if he played for the
Stop.
Pistons, but we're not
Stop.
supporting anything Charlotte Hornets. We support the Detroit
Oh,
Pistons.
oh,
So if
God.
Kay cutting them out of Rolls Royce, that's a different
Right,
conversation.
Kay,
but-
you should
but
rent out
Kay, get a
something.
Rolls Royce. We
No,
can
you
rent
know
out.
what, Kay? Get like a G-Wagon or something. I think he would do
A more
G-Wagon.
practical for
Yeah, yeah.
Pull up and be like, "What up, though?"
Right, exactly. I'm not a huge
Understood.
So
So we're not sure.
Let's select another vehicle.
Yeah, that's not her taste. So we're not exactly sure how Melo is advertising to rent the Rolls Royce, but we do know how one actress was advertising herself a couple years ago to Tyler Perry, and that is
Yes.
on this billboard that you see here. Actress Raquel Palmer rented out a billboard 2 years ago to get Tyler Perry's attention. And Tyler Perry at the time came out and said, "This is a terrible idea. Don't do this. Nobody else should do this." Basically, moving forward. But yet, fast forward to now, she's now the lead in a new BET Plus series, All the Queen's Men.
Yeah.
So basically, at the end of the day, don't listen to Tyler Perry because he'll still hire you.
I mean,
You know what? I mean,
it's kind of
essentially,
true.
Essentially.
yeah, I'm like, shout out to my girl, what's up, Raquel? I'm gonna call you Rocky P, because Rocky was bold, and that was a bold move by getting a billboard.
Is that considered manifestation? Like, is that a thing?
I think I think it's definitely a sense of manifestation. I think it's a great example of going after something that you want. And even though Tyler Perry encouraged people like to not, do that, unfortunately, it probably wouldn't work for the people to come after her.
Yeah.
But it did work for her. So even though he said don't do it, he kind of was like, don't do that, but I kind of liked it. It's one of those situations.
Basically, he comes from the standpoint that, when you do something like this, it triggers my whole team and even PR team. And, there's a whole business behind someone like Tyler Perry. It triggers our team to be on, guard, to have to respond and do certain things because we're unaware of what you're up to or what you're like. And so, basically what he's saying is there's a process for something like this, right?
Yeah, but I'm pretty
And
sure.
here's
Didn't he say he saw her?
Yeah. Like, I'm
before?
pretty sure she probably did submit the traditional route
Right.
via email, send her an
And
audition tape and a
then
demo.
probably got no
and
response.
didn't hear anything back.
Right.
So
But
she
you don't
took it
hear
to
me now with this-
exactly.
with
So
this
she took it to the
billboard.
next level.
You gotta give it to her. She put money behind this.
She was
She did a
serious about
billboard.
it.
You have
She
to
got his
invest in
attention and
yourself.
other
Yes.
people's attention.
Isn't it what the kids say? Apply pressure.
Apply
Is that what
pressure.
the kids is doing?
You're
Talking
not
about?
one of the kids.
I'm not one of the kids
You
out here
are-
in the
are you
streets.
on
But now we're talking
Little bit.
about her. We're talking about her.
Yeah, I think it's definitely an effective strategy to put your name out there. I think, as we all know, being as people in the media, it is not very easy to break into the media business. It's not very easy to break into acting and be successful at it. So I think at this point in time, what the world has traditionally shown us is that finding your lane and sticking out is really the way to go. If we think about every viral video that ever went live, it's because someone did something to set themselves apart from the normal things that we are seeing.
Right.
I think in this case it worked out for
She
Raquel.
stepped outside the box. Tyler Perry saw her, and now she'll have a leading role where we'll be watching her.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to seeing her. I hope she goes on to do great things. I hope this is not like a one-hitter quitter for her.
Yeah, she's the lead in this show. She's appeared on his other show, I think it's called Sisters on BET. She had a couple
Okay.
guest appearances on there. So she's finding some active work with Tyler Perry, and she said that her and Tyler Perry have never talked about the billboard in person, at all. It's not a thing. It's the elephant in the room, but they never address it. So.
I would imagine for
I'm not sure
me,
so.
I could see it being just a smidge cringy, because for me, I would have to address the elephant in the room, before I work with you, because it's he kind of told me not to do it. He kind of
Listen, I have nothing to be ashamed of. If I got the job and we on set, we got nothing to talk about. We got nothing to talk
baby,
about.
I would be a
I'm
little
here now.
I would
I'm
be
here
a little
now.
cringed. I can't lie. Maybe because I'm a little sensitive, but I would be a little cringed. Oh my God. I got a
Well,
billboard.
now you just have to prove yourself now. I mean, she has to prove
Yeah,
herself.
she has to. Like, I hope she does great because one thing we know about this world is that they're very judgy. She will be a meme immediately.
Absolutely.
She'll be on another billboard.
Like,
For sure. But speaking of billboards, one rapper who remains on the Billboard charts is Saweetie, and she has a collaboration with McDonald's to where she has an exclusive meal. Check out the trailer here.
I'm Saweetie, and this is my McDonald's order. I get a Big Mac, chicken McNuggets, fries, and a Sprite with sweet and sour and barbecue sauce. But I like to mix it all up. So I'm gonna put some fries on my Big Mac. Or top my fries with chicken McNuggets. That's right. Or make a totally new sandwich like this. As long as you're doing you, you're doing the Saweetie meal. Order ahead on the McDonald's app.
All right, so I'm gonna be honest. When I first heard Saweetie was collaborating with McDonald's, I was excited because I was like, "All right, cool."
Yeah.
Saweetie's known for her crazy combinations.
Yeah.
You know, she even like oysters and hot Cheetos together.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "All right, cool. She can do something crazy." And then once I seen it was just Big Macs and chicken nuggets, I was like, "Yo," I was kind of disappointed. Like
Let's explain the Big Mac and the chicken nuggets.
Oh, yeah,
What is-
please,
What is
please.
that? What is that? I think it's the chicken nuggets on the Big Mac, right, and some fries.
well, do
But
they
they're
actually-
packaged separately. So
Yeah.
you got the Big Mac and you got the chicken nuggets. So I guess you could combine whatever you want. But what I was expecting was like
It to come that way.
Yes, I was expecting
Or
like quarter
new-
pounders in between like a McGriddle bun with like some fries in the middle or something.
Yeah.
Not that I was
Me
gonna
too.
eat it,
I
but
was
that's what I was expecting.
I was expecting like a new menu feature, like a
Yeah.
whole brand new
But I
item.
think if we've learned anything from McDonald's is they constantly find ways to reinvent the wheel. So, because I'm thinking, didn't Travis Scott have
Yeah,
a meal?
Travis Scott has a collaboration.
Wasn't it
The
the
other
same
group,
meal?
yep, and then the other group, BTS, the pop group, they've
Yeah.
had done a deal with McDonald's. So
Yeah.
Side note, I met the BTS group some years ago. I didn't know who the heck they were in the beginning.
Wow.
like, you met everybody.
But nonetheless, that was a movie thing. But anyhow,
Double side note, I taste tested a spicy chicken sandwich from McDonald's earlier this year. We'll show you that as well.
Let's see what kind of check she got for it. It probably wasn't a Saweetie check. but-
Not one that hasn't got me out
No,
of real times media.
no, you gotta create a billboard for that.
Right, exactly. McDonald's, my billboard is
I
coming.
don't think there was anything sweet about this. It was like a little lackluster. But hey, if she's making money off of it, then all the best to her. But
I think
One-
it's great just for
yeah.
promotion. You know, I think it's just
Great
to bring
promo.
people- Yeah.
But speaking of promo, one thing I did find interesting I saw online was who McDonald's targets for these collaborations. They target skinny people eating these burgers.
Yeah.
Like, do you think they would catch a lot of slack if they had different
Somebody
body
from,
types?
Like my 600-pound life.
I know, different body types endorsing their products?
I think one of the reasons why McDonald's would choose to endorse their products in this certain type of way is because America's culture is constantly concerned about health. Like, we're constantly health conscious.
Mhm.
And if I was in marketing and I was working at McDonald's, I would say, what would make people start wanting to eat fast food again? You know, traditionally, for years, McDonald's has been at the helm of people dispelling how unhealthy or telling people how unhealthy fast food is. Remember Super Size Me?
Yeah.
So I would say if
I missed the super.
yeah, if we want people to come back and start eating fast food again, what should we do? Oh, we have this beautiful rapper.
This unrealistic beauty
Yeah,
standard. Let's
this
put that in
beautiful
front of it.
rapper. Let's make her eat a Big Mac with fries
And that's
nuggets.
deemed cute. That's
Yeah.
deemed sexy. But there's other people
And it's
that could have
also
ate the burger.
realistic. Donald Trump, when he used to get a fillet of fish, like I wouldn't be surprised that he didn't have some kind of deal with McDonald's on the low.
Well, you
Here's
know-
the thing,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
but McDonald's is probably, you know, and I'm not putting, you know, their business out. I don't know. I'm just guessing, but maybe they feel like, hey, we've been serving you all these extra salads that we've been putting on our menus for these years. Let's, you
Do
know,
they
try
still
to,
sell salad?
Yeah, salad
Yeah.
definitely something on me.
There's
it's,
still a
it's
meal?
definitely a thing for some people.
Remember the shake salads?
I don't.
Y'all don't remember the shake salads that McDonald's used
No,
to
I
sell?
just missed the super size. of
Herbert, do
everything.
you remember the shake salads? No?
Herbert does
Never
not
mind.
remember
By
that
yourself
either.
on that one.
Yeah, no. Okay.
So who do you want us to get them collab with next, then?
Ooh.
Oh, that's
Who
a
would be
great
that?
question.
Drake, of
Oh,
course, the Drake
no.
meal.
You know, Drake or Rihanna. Who else do I think could have a pretty cool meal? Actually, I could see somebody like Tiana Taylor. I could
Okay.
see a TT's meal or something like that. Maybe they could do like
Oh,
a.
I can
Uh-oh.
see Mary J. Blige. You remember when Mary J. did the commercial for Burger King and it was like flat out horrible? It went flat.
No.
And she did like
That's
a
probably why I
rap.
don't remember it.
She did like a rap to it during the Super Bowl. Oh, it was. You gotta watch it.
No, so you want to redeem herself at
I think she need to
McDonald's?
redeem herself. with
I think
McDonald's.
they should tap into the gospel industry and
Of
give my
course you
man
do.
Kirk Franklin a Happy Meal or
Kirk
something.
meal. I was thinking
A
something.
Kirk Happy
A
Meal? He got the
Kirk
song
Happy
I
Meal?
Smile.
Okay.
Yeah, come on. Give me my check. Give me my check. Give me my
No, but
check.
it's not I Smile anymore. It's I
It's
love
for
to
real.
remember. It's I love to see you smile. It's not a smile anymore. It's
But still,
But
Smile
still,
Happy Meal, like
Meal.
it's a
You know
layup.
what?
It's a
Okay, so
layup.
I thought Tiana
I need
Taylor
to check for
because
that.
she got her 2 beautiful babies.
Okay.
And Junie is so funny, you know, so maybe Kirk can have a Happy Meal, but then TT and Junie and Amon and I forget the second baby's name, Ruby or something, I believe. But
We are
they
so
could do
serious
like a
with
Mighty
this.
Kids meal.
Oh, Mighty Kids. Oh, Mighty Kids. I
Oh,
forgot
Mighty
about
Kids.
that.
Mighty
You brought me
Kids,
back.
Mighty
yeah.
Kills was Burger King back in the day, right?
Well, no,
Oh.
Mighty Kids.
That's
is
like the
McDonald's.
transition when you too big for the Happy
Oh,
Meal,
okay,
but you're
yeah,
not
okay.
hungry enough for
Yeah,
the
you
adult
go
meal.
from like 4
Yeah.
nuggets to 6.
Oh, it's I'm loving it, right? Isn't it? I'm
That-
loving
that's
it now.
the
That's the
catchphrase. Yeah.
catchphrase.
Yeah, I'm loving
Do
it.
you
Who
eat
could do that?
McDonald's? When's the last time you had McDonald's?
Maybe like 2 weeks ago. I don't eat it often at all.
What about you? When's the last time you had McDonald's?
I can't tell you. It's been a while.
Yeah, no, same thing for me. I think the last time I had McDonald's, it was like, you know, one of those nights where it was like a couple Patron shots and then everything was closed.
They need to have some, like, McDonald's and a lot of other things need to have like some more theme music. They need to reintroduce theme music back to some of their commercials. Remember, like McDonald's had all these different
Not
outlets.
McDonald's. We giving McDonald's a game plan on how to.
Yeah,
get
the
back.
rest of this you gotta
Right,
call us.
right.
Yeah,
You gotta contact
McDonald's.
us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
call us.
Yeah.
I'll consult you. I love that shirt you're wearing. By
Thank
the way.
you. This is
Aaliyah.
in celebration of Aaliyah, who's coming to streaming
Yeah.
services
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah, so check it out. Run
I
those
love
numbers up. Hopefully that money goes to her family, not her uncle, who's been holding out this whole time.
Thanks a
But,
lot.
Shout out
yeah.
to DSA where she
Yeah.
attended school.
Shout out
Detroit
to
School
Oh,
of
I
Arts.
also got these fly kicks to match if you didn't peep the game.
Oh,
Not the shoe
okay.
cam.
Little coordination, you know.
Okay.
I'm just saying,
Not
you
the
know, I
shoe
keep the heat
cam.
on me. Keep the heat on me.
Yes.
I got a little. I got a little
that.
purple on the with the pants.
We
And as you can see, that's that sign we need to wrap the show.
Wait, is
This
Timbaland
is-
coming out with an album too?
Who?
Timbaland?
I don't-
Is he
I don't
coming out with
know.
something? I don't know. Never mind. We'll come with you next week. We'll figure it out.
Details next week. But again,
Yeah.
thank you so much for joining us this episode of Finally Friday. Make sure to tune in next week. Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, tell your grandma, anybody.
See you soon. Be safe. Have a great weekend.
We're
Have
outta
fun.
here.
Enjoy.